Hey there, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel. I made a video last night after reading an article on the platform in New Zealand. The platform is a supposedly alternative news source. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I'm not a great fan, but sometimes they get some great guests on. Anyway, I made a video last night and it was about Maori elites of New Zealand, very wealthy Maori elites, who have basically usurped our government structure, and I believe with the help of Jacinda Ardern, she's part of it, the corruption. And Three Waters, Hei Puapua Three Waters in New Zealand, basically where Maori are going for co-governance of New Zealand. 16% of the population is going to take 50% of control, co-governance. And Maori are taking control of all water in New Zealand, all water. And from just the other day, Maori elites have decided, well, we're going to take thermal now, geothermal water, and we're going to take the ocean to 50 miles out, just like that, just like that. And nothing in the media, nothing at all. Now, I said that in my last post. But what gets me, obviously, is no media coverage. The media won't challenge anything Maori do. Maori are honestly, when I say Maori, I'm on about the radical extremists right at the very top. Nanaia Mahuta, Willie Jackson, Rawiri Half-Wheaty Waititi, and Debbie, I want to eat your liver raw, Nariwa Paka. These people are laughing at New Zealanders. They are laughing of how weak the vast majority of non-Maori men are in New Zealand. And they've got good reason to laugh, because they are weak. Leaders of these small political movements in New Zealand, New Conservatives, what are the ones we got? The Outdoors Party, who the co-leader of that is a radical extremist Maori, Donna Phillips, and other parties. Anyway, lots of them. None of them mention this subject. They all go on about mandates, which is fair enough, but that's a worldwide thing. Hei Puapua Three Waters, co-governance, and the absolute Maori takeover of this country is unique to New Zealand. But these people are steering clear of it. And do you know why they're steering clear of it? Because they're cowards. I'm telling you now, I have got no time for any of these so-called leaders or ex-leaders of political parties who stand up on a podium and they won't mention co-governance, Hei Puapua Three Waters, and the radical Maori supremacist takeover of this country. I've got no time for them, because I know that they're shit scared of being called racist. I can't understand for the life of me why anyone would support these people. Weak as piss is what they are. Wet flannels, wet bus tickets, that's what they are. Oh, let's be nice, let's be kind. Some of them actually say that, like Jacinda. Now, what a lot of people don't realise as well, that once Maori take all this water, this geothermal, the rain, the snow, the vapour in the air, the water in the ground, rivers, lakes, the sea from to 50 miles out, New Zealand's electricity is run on hydropower. Hydropower. Hydro, it's water. And those dams, especially in the Southern Alps, they fuel the electricity in this country. And that water that turn those turbines is going to be owned by Maori. These Maori elites. What do you think that's going to do to your electricity prices? What do you think it's going to do to your water prices? Everything. Water is a fundamental resource that should be free. It comes from the sky. But in New Zealand, Maori are laughing at us all, saying they're going to own it. I had a go at David Seymour just over a year ago in Ashburton, as some of you will know, and it became a very public video where I had a crack at him about freedom of speech, and he said to me, freedom of speech has got consequences. I reacted to that, and I said, well, if it's got consequences, freedom of speech has got consequences. Because I was referring basically to my satire video that I made of Rawiri Waititi. Half Wheaty Waititi. And it was just a satire video, but they destroyed my life for that. And David Seymour seems to think, or then he seemed to think, that it was fair that they destroyed my life for a satire video. And my life is still ruined. But now he's the only one who's actually standing up and saying it about Hey Pua Pua, Three Waters. I told him last year, why aren't you talking about Hey Pua Pua? And he turned away from me and escaped when I told the whole room, he's not talking about Hey Pua Pua, I said. But now he's talking about it. And there's another politician, I'm not going to name him, up and coming ex-National Party politician. He's saying it in a roundabout way. Now, I don't like that. Don't say it the roundabout way. Play on words, you know. Bit of sophistry. Say it clear and precise. Exactly what you mean. So people know exactly what you mean. You know, talking about egalitarian society, blah, blah, blah. Just say it. Everyone should be equal. Nobody should be preferred or given preferential treatment based on the colour of their skin. Because that's what's happening in New Zealand. And it's not even the colour of their skin, basically, because most of them are white. Who say they've got Maori blood in them. So I'm just telling you people, listen, I'm just talking into a camera as I'm driving a car, as you can see. Hands free. This country is moving into a very, very bad place. Like I said last night on the video, New Zealand is going to be worse than Zimbabwe. Honestly, it's going to be worse. And Maori are coming for your land. These elites are coming for your land. It's in the Hey Pua Pua document that they can interpret it any way they want. Because they're using Maori words and they can say whatever they want it to mean. They'll come for every square inch of land in this country. If you own land, if you own property, it's at risk. And it's at risk because you're not doing anything about it. You're not even willing to read the Hey Pua Pua document. Three Waters. Because you think it's all going to go away. It's not going to go away. You hiding your head in the sand is the greatest gift to these radical extremists, now millionaire Trough and Maori who are about to become billionaires off your back. They are going to steal your land. They are going to steal your water that's given from the heavens, the clouds. You won't even be able to fish in the sea unless you've got a beach caster that can cast out more than 50 miles. And even then you'd have to reel it in through their territory. I'm telling you that you have to pay to go on the beaches. You have to pay to put your boat on the water. You have to pay to go fishing. You don't believe me, do you? You think, no, it's crap. No, it's rubbish. My God, people. I'm getting the impression I'm the only person saying this the way I'm saying it in New Zealand. And I'm saying it clear and succinct so you understand. Why does it take me to tell you, you're a Kiwi, you were born here. What's wrong with you? Are you that terrified of standing up and saying, no, this is not happening? Are you that terrified? Does it take someone like me who comes from the UK, okay, I've been here 21 years. I've got 3 grandchildren born in this country. But why do I have to say it? Because you're too shit scared to say it. And this goes to you, the so-called leaders of these political movements. Gutless, spineless. That's what you are. And that's why you won't share a podium with me. Because I will call you out. You know who you are. I don't fear these Maori elites. I don't fear them. I don't fear the Maori party. I don't fear these iwi tribal leaders. I don't fear the government. I don't give a flying fig. They'll probably put me in prison at stage. In prison at one stage, at some stage. And so be it. But for what? Telling the truth? Is this going to be hate speech at some stage? Because that's why they're bringing in these hate speech laws. To stop me, and people like me, saying what I'm saying. They're going to call it hate against Maori. It's not hate. What's hate is them stealing everything that should belong to everybody. That's hate. It's hate what they did to me, the Maori party and Maori elites. Matthew Tukaki, Debbie, I want to eat your liver raw, Nariwa Paka, and the Raweri half-wheaty Waititi, and what's her name, that other one from Auckland, that big fat thing, she's always sitting on the my God, how could you have a body like that and be a woman and be so fat and show yourself in? It's just wrong, isn't it? But these people, they ruin my life. And they still take to me all the time. They want to make sure I never get to say what I need to say. And I need to say this. It has to be said because somebody's got to say it. You've got journalists in New Zealand that won't say it. Who are too terrified. They're being paid not to say it. The media are covering for this because they're paid to cover for it. $105 million a year tells them. And if any journalist crosses a line, that's the end of them. So it's left to people like me to say it exactly the way I'm saying it right now. And that's why they hate my guts, because I've lost everything. Lost everything. But I'm still saying it. There's only one thing else they can do. Well, 2 things. They can either put me in jail or kill me. Okay. I've shared that with you. Now I want you watching this video to share this everywhere. On Telegram and YouTube. YouTube, I'm being shadow banned on big time. I can't even load any videos on it now. Because I'm saying what I'm saying. This is the censorship in New Zealand. Jacinda, or Radical Extremist Maoris, I've got in touch with YouTube and told them to slow me down on YouTube. I can't load any videos at the minute. So this is on Telegram. But honestly, people, share my videos everywhere. The only person I know who's saying this, apart from me, is Julian Batchelor. He's the only one. Terry O'Pines touches on it, but I think I probably just go a little bit further and I say off the cuff, as I am now. I don't rehearse anything. I don't write anything down. I don't write any notes. All my notes are in my head and it comes out as I think it. Share my videos, subscribe. Share to your friends who are doubting this and tell them to research what I'm saying. Okay, this is Cross the Rubicon. Share my videos everywhere and subscribe. See you later.